Welcome to another video. If you've been watching my last couple of videos, you know I'm in I need to use up my paints mode because they are all getting really old and clumpy, and so I'm just kind of doing like little experiments on canvases that I didn't like the way they turned out. So this was a bottle bottom pour that I did not like, so I'm going to be working on that today. What I think I'm going to do is a flip excuse me guys, in the middle of the canvas, pour black around it, and then spread the black around, and then lift and kind of try to get some of the paint to go underneath the black. So for those colors inside the cup, I'm just gonna, like I said, I have all these paints mixed up that need to be used. So we'll do blue, and they're just all gloopy, so it's super fun. Red, yellow, sorry, my nose is super runny today. The wind kicked up again, and I know I keep saying that like in every single video. The wind kicked up, the wind kicked up. The wind does kick up here often, and when it does, it just wreaks havoc, you guys. So it's super fun. I'm going to use a little bit of this copper from the Extreme Sheen Deco Art. Just a little bit. And you guys, I think I've had this for like, gosh, almost a month now, or some ridiculous nonsense like that. So it's a trooper. It's lasting. It's nice. I got purple mixed up. May as well use some of that. Even though it looks like I'm already getting purple in the cup from the blue and the red. And I don't have any white mixed up anymore. I used up all the white because you guys know how I feel about the white. Yeah. So I think I want to throw some silver in there just to kind of lighten it up a little bit. Okay, that should be enough in the cup. Like I said, I'm going to spread black around it. Ugh, my nose is so runny. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm going to take another sip of coffee and then move it out of the way. Okay, so we're going to flip this relatively in the middle. I'm just seeing if there's any, not too many bumps or anything. And then my black. I mean, that's just pouring out gloopy. That's never good. Okay. Put some gloves on. It is still way too early, you guys. I started a new book last night at like 10 o'clock, which is always a mistake because then I never want to put it down. So I think I finally put it down at like 3 o'clock this morning, and it's now like 7, so I don't know what I'm doing with my life at this particular point in time. So sometimes, it's just easier to get in here and use your hand to spread paint around, you guys. I'm just going to be perfectly honest. Instead of trying to do all the tilting shenanigans. Not that tilting is shenanigans, because we do that anyway. I don't know what it is about that word, you guys, that I like to use it. It's shenanigans. Lots of shenanigans happen in my life. Okay. And I still have a bunch of paint still around the cup so that when I pull the cup up, I'm hoping it'll go under a little bit of, like, go under the black paint. I don't know why I'm like wiping the glove off. That's what it's there for, you guys. Okay. Like I said, I don't even know what's going on anymore. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of like, because it's suctioned in there, so I'm just going to kind of lift it in little increments like this. See, so it's going under the black. Yes, that's what I wanted. And there we go. So I said I used hardly any of that copper. Definitely that stuff takes over. I mean, metallics tend to do that generally anyway, but these extreme sheens from Decor are like crazy, so I would highly recommend using them if you like sparkly metallic-y things, because they definitely are that. Kind of like those cells up there in the black. Well, of course that looks kind of cool, but as I was tilting, I saw lots of, there's some big chunks in there, guys, so I'm going to kind of wipe my hands up a little bit again and then try to use my tweezers to pluck some of that out without necessarily ruining the painting, because of course I might end up actually liking the way this one's looking. I don't even know. Okay, so there was a piece here and a piece here. See, I think that's the Floetrol, you guys, and I don't know what else it would be that's doing that, because it's just water and paint and Floetrol. I didn't really see anything else too big in there. Okay, so got the gloopies out, because that's what I call them, guys. I call them gloopies. I'm just going to kind of clean up the edges a little bit, because it looks like I did not cover some of the spots with black all the way. And that's a definite rainbow color underneath there, so not that this doesn't look rainbowy up here, but it will not necessarily mesh with this particular painting. Okay, so it looks like I got my sides. And if you can, like, if you have trouble with gloops like me, you can kind of get down on like an angle here and like, you can see them sticking out sometimes, so I don't see any more. So I'm gonna call that good. I know I left corners, but I kind of like the way that looks. Maybe not that one. I know this one kind of did that. Straw. Had to get a new straw. My last one got resin on it. And the first thing I do is stick this one in the paint, so that's good. I just blew another little gloopy down this side on this side. Ugh. Stupid gloops. Just so it doesn't look so framed, I think. Alright, I will leave that camera rolling for a few minutes, see if any of these cells grow. They might, I think they will. And then we'll be back. Alright guys, so I think this is like 15 minutes later, which is like the longest I've gone on a video, I think. So, I think it changed a little bit more. So we got the widow cells here. Widow cells. I like little cells, guys. So I don't know, of course, I actually kind of really like this one again. Go figure. I don't know why this keeps happening to me. See, okay, so this copper, you guys, that's what I'm talking about. It like sits on top of the other paints. So you can kind of see the red and yellow under there, but the copper is sitting on top of it. And I found that a lot of the extreme sheens from DecoArt do that, which is really cool. So I might end up keeping this one now. I did the same thing with this tree ring pour from yesterday. It has a couple spots in it that had the paint. Like there's a gloopy thing in there that I could have pulled, but I didn't. So of course I like the way that one turned out. And these are all just little practice get rid of my paint ones, go figure. Anyway, I will post some dried pictures on my Instagram when it's done. And if you like this video, go ahead and hit subscribe and more will be coming.